What's going on, guys? Thrash back here. Welcome back to the channel. We got a new video today, and it's going to be a simulation of the Memorial Cup. Now, I live in Windsor. The Memorial Cup is here this year, and Windsor's going for it, so I've got to go to a couple games. I figure, why not do a simulation? So, what we're going to do is St. John's versus Windsor, Erie versus Seattle, Windsor versus Seattle, Erie versus St. John's, Seattle versus St. John's, and then Windsor versus Erie. This is the order that they're in on the actual website, so this is what I assume that the orders and the layout is going to be. Now, if you guys don't know how the Memorial Cup works, I'm going to go through it very quickly. Basically, you have 4 teams, 3 teams that win each league in the Canadian Hockey League, so the OHL, the WHL, and the Quebec League, and then the host team, which is Windsor this year. They all fight to win the Memorial Cup. Now, each team plays each other once, and after every team has played each other, they go through and they see who should be in first place. So say, hypothetically, Windsor wins all their games, they're automatically in first place because no other team is going to win all their games, right? If there's a tie, say 2 teams go 2-1 and 2 teams go 1-3, then the 2 teams that went 1-3 are going to play each other. If Windsor happens to be Erie, and they both finish 2-1, whoever won that game between the 2 of them ends up being in first place. And the other 2 who are 1-3 would fight each other to play Erie, and the winner of that game would play Windsor. It's a little complicated, but we'll get into it, and I'm sure you guys will be able to figure it out no problem, as I am a master explainer. Not really. Let's get into this. The winner is going to be Windsor. Oh, what a comeback! There we go. Windsor comes back to take that game, and we'll move on to Erie versus Seattle. All right, game number 2 coming up here. We're just going to do it quick. I'm not going to go through the goals and everything. First period, it's a 2-0 game for Erie. I'm expecting Erie to do very well. 2-1, Seattle makes it close, and they tie it up. We're going to overtime, where Edwardson wins the game for Erie. They win 3-2, and we're going to move on to Windsor versus Seattle. Now, if you guys were unaware, I actually live in Windsor, so I'm a huge Spitfire fan, and the Memorial Cup is actually in Windsor this year, so I will be going to a couple games. If you guys want to see a vlog or something, I can totally do it. I'm also going to the CHL alumni game, so, I mean, Taylor Hall, Adam Henrique, Stamkos, they're all going to be there. I can see it about doing some vlogging for that if you want to see it. Either way, we'll go ahead and get into this. Come on, Windsor, win this 1-2. First period, 1-1. Second period, we're down 2-1. And the final period is a 5-3 loss for the Spitfires. So, Spitfires are 1-1, Seattle's 1-1, and Erie is 1-0 at the moment. Alright, next up is going to be Erie versus St. John's. Again, like I said, I think Erie's going to probably win the Memorial Cup this year. I'd love to see Windsor get it, but they are the host team. Host team does not always do very well. So we will see. In this one right now, it's 2-1 for St. John's. Now 3-2, and Erie comes back to tie. Anthony Cirelli going to get it. So in overtime, okay, double overtime, St. John's gets the win, and now every team is 1-1. Alright guys, this is the second last game. It's Seattle versus the Sea Dogs. It's a big game because the loser could potentially be eliminated and the winner could potentially go all the way to the Memorial Cup final. So this is a really big game here. After the first period, it's a 1-0 game for Seattle. Second period, it's 3-1. St. John's comes back, and St. John's is going to take it. Seattle might be eliminated depending on how the next game goes. Alright guys, here we go. So this is actually a really big game, but could also mean that we have 2 playoffs, depending on how it goes. So we'll just see exactly how this plays out. After 1, it's 1-1. After 2, it's 2-2. And after 3, we're going to overtime. In overtime, Erie takes the win 3-2. So with Erie taking the win there, I'm going to tally everything up, and I'll let you know exactly how this is going to play out. Okay, guys, well, after doing all the math and everything, the St. John Sea Dogs finish in first place. And the reason for that, even though them and Erie are tied in the Memorial Cup rounds, St. John's beat Erie. That is the tiebreaker. So right now, St. John's is in first place. We are now going to have a tiebreaker between Windsor and Seattle to see who plays Erie in the semifinals. Alright, so here we go in the quarterfinal. Spitfires versus the Thunderbirds. This is a big game. Obviously, the winner is going to go on to play Erie, and then the winner of that game will play St. John's, and the winner of that is the Memorial Cup champion. It is round robin, obviously. That's why the format is the way it is. But it's still pretty cool. I really like this. And we're going to go slow for this one. We'll do it quick for the first 2, and then we'll slow the third period. So after 1, it is a 2-1 game for the Spitfires. I love it. Come on, guys. Second period, 3-2. Spits still have the lead. This is huge. Come on, guys. Get it done. I want to see you play Erie. Alright, so after this game, we're going to go on as Graham Knott makes it 4-2. And that is a huge goal as Purbu makes it. Oh my god, yo, goals are coming everywhere. Okay, so it's 5-3 now. 11 minutes to go. Windsor wins this. They're going to move on to play Erie. That is a big game. Wedman makes it interesting. It's 5-4. Come on, guys. Shut them down. DiPietro needs you to play big. Come on, Spitz. You got it. 2 minutes to go. And Bracco is going to end this one. 6-4 is your final. That is a huge game. And that means Seattle finishes in 4th place in the Memorial Cup. And Windsor moves on to the semifinals. Now, because Erie beat Windsor in the round-robin matchup in the very first round, what's going to happen is Erie is technically going to be the home team. Even though we're on Windsor ice, Erie is the home team for this game. So Windsor needs you to come up big and win another one for us. And here we go. After the first period, it's a 1-0 game. DG Ascento, my boy, gets it. Second period, it's 1-1 as Radish is going to tie it up. All right, this is a big third period. Again, the winner goes on to play St. John's for the Memorial Cup. So this is a big third period. Windsor is outshooting Erie by quite a bit here, so hopefully that's going to translate onto the scoreboard. Instead, Erie starts to catch up. Less than 10 minutes to go, and we need a big goal. Windsor is on the power play late, and they can't get it done. 3 minutes to go here in the final period, or else we're going to overtime, and that is not going to happen as Fellows, with 32 seconds left, on a bad angle, wins it for Erie. Windsor's out. They finish in 3rd place. That's horrible. And Erie is going to play St. John's for the Memorial Cup. All right, well, here it is, the final game for the Memorial Cup. Erie versus St. John's. So hopefully Erie can bring it home. Now, obviously, I'm a little biased. I'm in Ontario. I watch all these teams, but I've got to go and give the edge to Erie. They have a great squad, so hopefully they can get it done. I want to see the Ontario team get it. We'll see what happens. After the first period, St. John's has a 2-0 lead. Second period here, it's 6-0. All right, that was anticlimactic. St. John's absolutely runs over Erie. And St. John's are your Memorial Cup winners. And that was a lot of fun. That was actually a lot of fun. I want to do that again. If you guys want to see me do another sim of this, and like we can do like a stat of 3 or something, I don't know. That was a lot of fun. But I hope you guys did enjoy. St. John's are Memorial Cup champions. Surprising a little bit. I was hoping Windsor would get it, obviously. But you never know what could happen in the Memorial Cup. It's like a normal playoff. You never know what could happen, and the worst team could come out on top. It's happened before. Might happen again this year. Come on, Windsor, do it. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave a like if you did enjoy. I'll see you later.